anyway, got that done. I know I crossed. That's a gas line right there, so it goes up to the house over there. There was 2 cable lines originally marked right in this area. Didn't run into those, so they must be main lines buried. And the electric should be down here somewhere as well. Okay, let's take a look at this drainage system. So I put 2 drains in here. These are 4-inch drains. And then I teed them together right here. Everything's tiled with tape. I do have downhill drop, and it is sloped back towards the house. So any water coming off that slope can be caught with it. Same with that one right there. Anyway, so we have our 4-inch tubing coming down here, and then this is where it gets a little tricky, and I'll explain what I'm doing here. So I have everything wide into here. There's a downspout that's going to be there. There's not one yet, but there's going to be one here. It wires into the same tubing, and then we have this downspout that runs into this tubing. And because I'm starting to put so much water flow into here, I went ahead and dropped to 6-inch to hold that volume of water. Now, as you can see, everything I have is tile taped. I used to not do that, but I'm finding that, like, I've never gone back and looked to see what, what water comes out between those seams, but I assume it's a lot, and my joints are a lot better and don't come apart. So I've started using that tile tape, and really liking that product. So here's 4-inch and 6-inch joined together, and I didn't have a Y for the 6-inch, and I have such little clearance right here on this end that this Y worked better. So drop that Y in there. It reduces right down into that 6-inch, and then 6-inch and 4-inch, the deal. And then it all runs out about 70 feet down here to this drain box. I'll show you that. This drain box is going to be level with the sidewalk here. Anything else will come out through the 6-inch, just come up like a pop drain and run out down through the road. All right, let's talk about this for a second. This is 4-inch corrugated pipe. Now, I have a lot of people say on YouTube here that you shouldn't use it because of these ridges, that it can clog up and not work in the future. But I can see that with just about any product you use, whether it's corrugated or PVC, because the problem is if you don't have gutter guard or something to keep leaves from getting down in there, it's going to clog up anyway, or shingle debris or whatever. So I don't think that this pipe is necessarily the problem of that. But if you tie a bunch of downspouts into this, see how much space is in here? When there's no air in here, and this is filled entirely with water, there's not that much GPM. So when you're adding like 4 downspouts onto this, it's not going to be able to perform. Your gutters are most likely going to back up. Now this is 6-inch, and as you can see, that volume is a lot more. So even this, by the time you add 4 downspouts to it, this is going to be pushing its capacity. So you can always use something bigger, but anytime you can, don't just use a 4-inch. guys, and we'll do our finish grade and lay that sod. So yeah, stick around, I'll show you that. But for now, this job's a wrap.